Coaching question. Hydroplaning can occur even at speeds as low as 30 miles per hour. True. When the road is wet, keep your speed down and remember to turn on your headlights when using your windshield wipers. Session 3. Special conditions. Experienced drivers have learned that it's rare to drive in ideal conditions. Even in good weather and light traffic conditions, collisions and near misses still occur. However, in adverse weather and low light conditions, even an experienced driver can be tested. Adverse weather. In poor visibility situations, turn on your headlights if they're not automatically controlled, and make sure your taillights are also on. Look at this traffic approaching, and notice how visible these vehicles are with their headlights on. Note the traffic on the left and see how difficult it is to see the bicyclist. Let's look at it again.
Get the bicyclist.
Again, notice how visible the vehicles are and how hard it is to spot the bicyclist early. When driving in fog, use your low beams, slow down, and continue to scan. Use your wipers and defrosters to increase your visibility. Use the road markers as a guide. In low light and foggy conditions, be on the lookout for bicyclists, pedestrians, and vehicles that have no lights or reflective warnings. You may have heard traffic safety specialists emphasize the importance of knowing the shape of traffic signs. This advice is not only for new drivers in driver education classes. This may not sound important in clear weather because you can read the wording or see the symbol on the sign. However, in low light situations, you will be able to see the shape and color before you can read what's written on the sign. Recognizing the meaning of signs well in advance gives you an early warning of what's ahead. In adverse weather conditions, such as snow, be certain to start out early, giving yourself time to clear snow, ice, and other obstructions from your windshield and other glass. Note this driver also clears the headlights so she can be seen by others. Don't neglect the outside mirrors. When the road is wet, keep your speed down. This condition might be perfect to cause your vehicle to hydroplane. Hydroplaning can occur even at speeds as low as 30 miles per hour. When using your wipers, be certain to use your headlights to make yourself more visible. Note this vehicle's following distance. It's more than the 3-second recommendation due to the wet conditions. Earlier we discussed the importance of checking mirrors every 3 to 5 seconds. In this case, the driver spots a vehicle with a courtesy light turned on. In some states, responders are allowed to use these lights on their personal vehicle. Because of proper mirror scan, the driver moves to the right shoulder. If you drive in areas that allow courtesy lights, be on the lookout for other more traditional emergency vehicles. Sure enough, this fire apparatus is not far behind. Proper mirror scanning made these situations less risky. Toll areas. When driving in areas where there are toll booths, scan well ahead for drivers who may not be familiar with the area. Get your speed under control by checking the recommended speed limit and select the correct lane. Be ready for drivers who may switch lanes at the last second to reach a shorter lane or because they have or don't have an automatic toll-paying sensor. Remember to scan for other vehicles merging from the multiple toll booth lanes as you leave the area. Low light situations. As an experienced driver, you are aware that you can't see as well at night as you can in daylight. This is especially dangerous when approaching a sharp curve, since headlights only illuminate straight ahead. A vehicle that is broken down around the curve will not show up in your headlights. You must adjust your speed to allow for a quick stop if necessary. One of the major hazards when driving at night is an impaired driver. Impaired driving is not limited to drinking and driving. Other drivers may be fatigued or impaired by a reaction to a prescription or a non-prescription drug. If you spot an impaired driver, stay clear. And of course, do not drink and drive yourself. You're not only risking a DUI summons, but are potentially impaired enough to be involved in a serious collision. Don't be fooled into thinking that driving while impaired is the only hazard you may face. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, cell phone use while driving is a factor in more than 25% of all police-reported traffic collisions. But you really don't need any study to emphasize that. If you have tried to use your cell phone or have seen others use it while driving, you know it's a problem. And some drivers even try to text message while driving, showing a serious lack of judgment. Driving takes 100% of your attention. The best advice is, do not use your cell phone while you are driving. If you must use your cell phone, pull off the traveled portion of the road in a safe area. If you are driving for your employer, be sure to review and follow your organization's policies on use of a cell phone in your vehicle. Parking lots and commercial areas. In parking lots and commercial areas, continue to scan all around your vehicle. As you can see, pedestrians and other motorists are not very predictable in the way they will react when they see a vehicle approaching. Be especially alert for children who might dash out not realizing the danger. See how many potential conflicts you can spot? Let's look at it again. Did you spot all of these? If possible, select roadways that are well marked. These markings will help you stay on your side of the road and make it easier to see the edge of the road. Look at the difference between this road and this road. As you can see, driving on well-marked roads is less stressful and lets the driver easily position the vehicle safely. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, over 15,000 people died in a recent year because drivers were unable to stay in their lane. Aggressive driving. Aggressive drivers have become a serious problem on our roadways. If you spot an aggressive driver, get out of their path, avoid eye contact, and do not engage in any communication or gestures that might escalate the situation. Road rage is still a significant factor on our roadways. Idling procedures. Some communities are requesting that motorists consider the no idling rule. Generally, this means that when parked or stopped out of traffic for more than 30 seconds, you should shut your engine off and restart only when ready to move. This practice will save gas as well as reduce unnecessary carbon emissions. Other fuel-saving ideas to consider: 1. Keeping proper tire pressure. 2. Using overdrive when appropriate. 3. Only using roof rack storage compartments when absolutely necessary.